Hello everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I will be explaining about excretion in human beings. So the excretion, how the waste products are getting out of our body and all the explanation of kidney and all the specific parts. Let us start the session. Introduction. Excretory system, it removes excess water, urea, carbon dioxide and other waste from our blood. It has main parts. One is kidney. In that nephron, filter out excess water and urea. Lungs, in that alveoli, filter out carbon dioxide from the blood. Skin, in that sweat glands, excretes water as sweat which contains some trace of chemical waste including urea. And liver, it excretes ammonia. Types of metabolic waste. Waste, carbon dioxide produced from aerobic respiration, water again from aerobic respiration, salts, metabolic activities, nitrogenous waste, breakdown of excess amino acids and protein. Types of nitrogenous waste. Ammonia, it is highly toxic. Urea, moderately toxic. Uric acid crystals, minimally toxic. So these are the toxicity level of some of the nitrogenous waste in our body. The urinary system is the main excretory system and consists of following organs. 2 kidneys which secrete urine, 2 ureters which convey urine from kidney to urinary bladder, 1 urinary bladder where urine collects and temporarily stored, 1 urethra through which the urine is discharged from the urinary bladder to the exterior. Let us know about the function. It filters 200 liters of blood daily, allowing toxins, metabolic waste and excess ion to leave the body as urine. Next, the kidney regulates volume and chemical makeup of the blood. It maintains the proper balance between water, salts, acids and bases. The parts of the kidney. You can see the dissection of the kidney, medulla, cortex, nephron, renal vein, ureter and renal artery. So these are the main parts of a kidney. Here, each kidney is composed of 3 sections. The outer cortex, the middle part medulla and the inner pelvis. The cortex, which is cone shaped, is where the blood is filtered. The medulla, funnel shaped, contains the collecting ducts which can filtrate, that is filtered substance, to the pelvis. Next, the pelvis is a hollow cavity where urine accumulates and drains into the ureter. Let us know the function of excretory system. The human excretory system mainly functions to remove waste from the human body. During this process, animals get rid of nitrogenous waste, products of metabolism including ammonia, urea and uric acid. Although excretory systems are diverse, nearly all produce urine in a process that involves several steps. The function of excretory system by number of steps. The first is filtration. The excretory tubule collects filtrate from the blood. Water and solutes are forced by blood pressure across the selectively permeable membranes of a cluster of capillaries and into the excretory tubule. Next function is reabsorption. The transport epithelium reclaims valuable substances from the filtrate and returns them. Even though the blood is filtrating, some amount of important nutrients will be there. So it will reabsorb again to the body. So next is secretion. Other substances are extracted from body fluids and added to the contents of the excretory tube. The last is excretion. The filtrate leaves the system and the body. So these are the 4 main important steps of excretory system. Structure of excretory system. This system consists of specialized structures and capillary networks that assist the excretory process. The human excretory system includes the kidney and its functional unit called as nephron. The excretory activity of the kidney is changed by specialized hormones that regulate the amount of absorption within the nephron. So excretory system contains of kidneys, ureters, meters, urethra and bladder. So where is actually kidney located? It located both sides of the spine between thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. Blood enters the kidney through renal arteries and leaves through renal veins. Tubes called ureters carry waste products from the kidneys to the urinary bladder for storage and for release. During urination, urine is expelled from the urinary bladder through urethra. Flow of urine. First, glomerulus, next renal tubules, renal pelvis, renal calyces and then ureter. So by these all main functions, and these are the steps in which the flow of urine takes place. Kidneys filter about 1700 liters of blood daily in an average adult. Let us know about the parts of the kidneys. Cortex, outer protective protection. So this is the outer protective layer of the kidney. So this is the portion where the outside of the kidney has been protected, that is cortex. So next, medulla, that is the inner soft portion. Next, ileum, a depression located in the middle of the concave side of the kidney where blood vessels, nerves and other ureters enter and exit the kidney. The cortex is a place where the blood is filtered. The medulla contains the collecting ducts which carry filtrate to the pelvis. The pelvis is a hollow cavity where urine accumulates and drains into the ureter, which we have already studied in the previous slide. Let us know about an important part of kidney, that is nephron. This is the main functional unit of the kidney and it is called as nephron. Nephrons are located in the renal cortex except for their loops of Henle, which descends into the renal medulla. Let us know about nephron in detail. There are two main parts in nephron, renal corpuscle. It consists of Bowman capsule and glomerulus. In that also there are so many specialized cells. Pores in endothelial walls of glomerulus, specialized cells and filtration slit. So which is not there in your 10th chapters. So you have to take care of Bowman capsule and glomerulus. So the next part is renal tubule, series of single layer tubules. Here also many other sub parts will come. Kidneys are made up of nephrons. Blood enters the nephron where impurities are filtered out and emptied into the collecting duct. The purified blood leaves the nephron through the renal vein. So this is the basic structure of the nephron and it is a very important diagram as per the exam point of view. So you people have to practice the diagram of a nephron. In nephron, the glomerulus is a mass of a thin walled capillaries. So all those outer capillaries are called as glomerulus. The Bowman's capsule is a double walled cup-shaped structure. The proximal tubule leads from the Bowman's capsule to the loop of Henle. The loop of Henle is a long loop which extends into the medulla. The distal tubule connects the loop of Henle to the collecting duct. So here I have explained some of the long list of all those parts which the nephron have. That might not be in the textbook also. So each nephron has its own blood supply, an arteriole, venule, a network of capillaries connecting them. So each nephron releases fluids to the collecting duct which leads to the ureter. Come, let us know about the main functions. The blood flow through kidneys. Blood enters the kidneys through renal artery and each arteriole leads to the nephron by a renal corpuscle. The glomerulus filters fluid from the blood and is the first place where urine is formed in the kidney. So glomerulus is the first place where urine is formed. Next, blood flows through the glomerulus at the constant rate. Each glomerulus is surrounded by a capsule known as Bowman's capsule. Blood then passes into the renal tubes where some substances are reabsorbed and remaining become urine. So here we need to know that how the blood is filtered. As blood enters the nephron through the artery, impurities are filtered out and emptied into the collecting duct. The purified blood exits the nephron through the venule. The mechanism of blood purification involves two distinct processes. First is filtration and the one is reabsorption. First we will know about filtration. Passing a liquid or gas through a filter to remove waste is called as filtration. The filtration of blood mainly takes place in glomerulus. The glomerulus is a small network of capillaries encased in the top of the nephron by a hollow cup-shaped structure called as Bowman's capsule. So these points are very important in your exam. Fluid from blood flows through Bowman's capsule. The materials filtered from the blood include water, urea, glucose, salt, amino acids and some vitamins. Plasma protein, cells and platelets remain in the blood because they are too large to pass through the capillary walls. Next important method is reabsorption. Most of the material removed from the blood at Bowman's capsule makes its way back to the blood. The process in which liquid is taken back into the vessel is called as reabsorption. Almost 99% of water that enters Bowman's capsule is reabsorbed into the blood. When the filtrate drains in the collecting ducts, most water and nutrients have been reabsorbed into the blood. Remaining material called urine is emptied into the collecting duct. So this urine is primarily concentrated in the loop of Henle. The loop of Henle is a section of the nephron tubule in which water is conserved and volume of urine is minimized. As the kidney works, purified blood is returned to the circulation while urine is collected in the urinary bladder. Urine is stored here until it is released from the body through a tube called urethra. Now let us know about ureters. A tube approximately 6 to 7 inches long attached to each kidney. It is made up of 3 layers: smooth muscle, fibrous tissue and mucus layer. There is a method called peristalsis, that is a rhythmic contraction of the ureter, smooth muscle, which helps to move the urine into the bladder. Next, coming to urinary bladder. It is a hollow muscular organ that stores urine. Sphincter muscle holds the urine in place. It holds almost 300 to 400 milliliters of urine before emptying. The walls of the urinary bladder contain epithelial tissue that stretch to allow the bladder to hold twice its capacity of urine. The trigone is a triangular area at the base of the bladder where ureters enter and the urethra exit. Urethra, a tube of smooth muscle with the mucus lining that carries urine from bladder to outside of the body. In female urethra, approximately 1.5 inches long, opens through the meatus. In male urethra, approximately 8 inches long, passes through 3 different regions. One is prostate gland, membranous portion and penis. Now we have to know about the dialysis. Dialysis is the artificial purifying of blood if a person has kidney damage or a problem with the kidney. So here the blood is removed by the tube and pumped through special tubing that acts like nephrons. If the kidney is not working, our blood will not get purified. If the blood has to purify, we have to go through dialysis, where artificially it will do the work of a kidney. Here tiny pores in the tubing allow salts and small molecules to pass through. Waste diffuse out of the blood into the fluid-filled chamber, allowing purified blood to be returned to the body. So this makes almost similar as that of our kidney. But the only difference is, in our kidney, the reabsorption of all the minerals will take place even at the end. But here the reabsorption will not take place. Only the purification of the blood will take place in dialysis. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done your work or when you are completed your work. So that should be a motto of each and every human being living on earth. If you have any doubts, queries about this excretion in human beings, kindly comment me in the comment section. Thank you. Thanks for your patience.